All right, we are resuming action here, day 2 for the 2020 Tuska Tiger Festival. A three-way matchup today featuring the number 1 ranked Silo Rebels in Class A versus the Canute Trojans, number 3 in our week 2 set of rankings. So doubleheader today action. It'll feature Silo versus Canute and then Canute versus Tuska to close the day out. It was a 3-up, 3-down toss and fly out. So the Trojans will be up to bat. Your Prep Nation. And Trojans officially up to bat. All right, ball up and high. All right, and a leadoff single for the Trojans. All right, infield pop-up, 1 down. All right, pitcher down. So infield pop-up and then a tag out right there. All right, so a walk for the Trojans. They again have a runner on first. In for a strike. This game features number 1 versus number 3 rated teams in Class A for week 2 ratings for Prep Nation. Rebels are 8-0 on the season. Canute has had a slow start, 2-2. Foul ball. Ball is high. That ball evades the catcher's stolen base, uncontested for the Trojans. They now have a runner on second. All right, brief timeout at the mound. All right, so after an infield pop-up, a 1-3 throwout, and then a strikeout, we head to the top of the second inning. Score remains Canute 0, Silo 0. Your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. It's a rather uneventful first, 3 down for Silo, and then a single for the Trojans, and then a infield pop-up, and then a 1-3 throwout at first, a walk, and then a strikeout. Trojans strand 1. Nice throw there. All right, Rebels up to bat, top of the second inning. About to begin. I'd like to thank today's sponsor for our coverage, Jackson, for the Silo Canute game. It is Taco Casa in Silo. And then our next game will be split between Taco Casa in Silo and Cazadores Mexican Restaurant in Atoka. Make sure you give those people, let them know you appreciate them bringing local sports to your high school team. Foul ball. Strike out. 1 down. Hard shot. That will fall in. Ooh, I stand corrected. Nice. So a 6-3 ground out for the Trojans. Nice hustle there, recovering that ball, trapping it on the ground first off, and then hopping up, grabbing it, and throwing it. And I stand corrected. 5-3 on the ground out. 9 times out of 10, that is a single. An infield pop-up. We may be having back-to-back 3 up, 3 downs. And we do. Just like that, we'll head to the bottom of the second. So it has been 6 batters faced, 6 batters retired for the Canute Trojans. They'll be up to bat, bottom of the second inning coming up. Coaches today, John Gillette for Canute and Billy Bowen for Silo. Most people call him JW, though, for the Trojans head coach. All right, ball in play to the third baseman, and he is safe. So another single for the Trojans. Mark my words, you will see these two teams when it comes time for the state quarterfinals and semifinals. All right, fly out to shallow left field, one down. Have yet to cover a lot of the teams just because this is the second week. We will do our best to cover basically all of the major players in Class A and B. Logic would dictate that this year you would definitely have to think that Silo is the favorite. Dale will have something to say about that as well. Other teams in contention: Fort Cobb, Broxton Mustangs, Rattan Rams, Amber Pocasset Panthers, Fletcher Wildcats. Your Canute Trojans here, obviously. Should be a fun baseball season. All right, keeping him tight on first again. Silo had success in the first inning picking off a base runner. Looking to do that again here in the second. Inside for a ball. Just missing the corner of the plate. That's safe again over at first. Now, the team that wouldn't surprise me to be making a push for state would be the Bing Pirates as well. Lots of good action. Obviously, Oktaha, we've yet to cover any of their games. They've had a late start due to some inclement weather and cancellations, and so I would definitely say that Oktaha is another team that would be a legitimate top 8 team for state as well. All right, pitcher is working that corner over on first extensively. He has thrown over now 5 times. 1 for 1. Or 1 out of 2 in the first inning, and then now 0 for 3 here, but he is keeping the runner from getting much of a jump. Foul ball, so there'll be 2 strikes remain on the pitch count. Ooh, hit batter just on the right elbow, so that'll put 2 on for Canute. They had a total of 2 runners in the first inning, but after the pickoff, only 1 advanced after the walk. Looks like Coach Bowen may be making good on his promise to replace if we do not get this under control. His exact words is big game, you got to pitch big. So we'll see if there's just a meeting and a little bit of conference or if they'll be making a pitching change here. Today's action, only 2 games. In effect, a 3-way, which is very popular for fall baseball. Canute will be in back-to-back games against Silo and then your host, Tuska Tigers. Tentative start times today, 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Tomorrow, 3-way basically action will shift over to Calera, where Moss, Rock Creek, and Calera will play a combination of 3 games, 2, 4, and 6. All right, so it looks like we will keep the pitcher in and resume action with runners on first and second.
I miss him. It's way better than
All right, foul ball. Your host, Tuska Tigers, will be wearing purple today. Yesterday they were in their green. Also play in black and camo. Silo generally does either their royal blue or bright red. Another foul ball. Out of 8 games thus far for Silo, 6 have been run rules. 5 have been shutouts. So they are definitely in their second tight game of the early season, the being second game, a 3-2 victory being the other exception. Yesterday, they defeated Moss 8-0 in the first game of the tournament, and then Rock Creek 14-2. And he gets him, strikeout. So 1 down. And back-to-back strikes for the Rebels. And foul ball just going right over the home dugout into the warm-up bullpen. Pretty good sized boy up at the plate, so we'll be seeing if he can hit the ball. No home runs yesterday. We had bunts, singles, doubles, and triples. Tuska has one of the deeper left and center field walls, very similar to Davis's ballpark. And as I say that, deep shot to center field, it looks like he is going to clear the head of the defender, and that is going to be a stand-up 2 RBI double for Canute. They jump out to a 2-0 lead. One could argue that this is the premier matchup of this tournament. high strength combination of teams in action. Great game last night to close out day one action, a 12-10 victory for Calera. There were 3 ties and 7 combos of lead changes. Calera rallies to score 4 in the top of the 7th to win. So congratulations to Coach T from the Bulldogs. Ball is low. Since it is lost by the catcher, runner will steal third. So Canute has a scoring opportunity here at third base. And you get it. All right, so we'll head to the top of the third inning. Your score is now Canute 2, Silo 0. Your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. All right, Silo in a precarious situation. No runs scored in the first and second yesterday, and 9 total innings of action. They only had 1 scoreless inning. I believe that was the 4th inning versus Rock Creek in a cruise control 14-2 victory. So we'll see if Silo can get something going here in the top of the third. We'll have dugout. So 0-1 pitch count. In for a second strike. One, 2 count. Rebels make contact to the second baseman, 4-3 on the ground out. 1 down. 8th batter up for Silo. So far it's been 7 up, 7 down. Ball low. And a 2-0 count. Whoa! Clocked him in the back with the ball. That had to hurt. No worse for wear, tough kid. Okay, 2-1 pitch. And make it 2-2. All right, we'll have a fly out to left field. And it is 2 down. Exceptional pitching performance thus far for Canute. 8 batters faced, 8 batters retired. Foul ball. Foul ball. 0-2 count. And a fly out to first base. And it is another 3-up, 3-down inning for the Silo Rebels. We will head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Canute Trojans will be up to bat. We are covering the 2020 Tuska Tiger Festival, your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. Three hits thus far on the day for Canute. They have had 1 walk. Notable difference in the game thus far, obviously, are the hits, and then a 2 RBI double by the Trojans. And we'll have another pop-up infield. This one will float over to the first baseman, and it is 1 down. Tight game thus far. Both teams are exceptionally balanced, and we should see a lot of action pick up here as the game goes on. Silo is not a team to generally remain hitless. Lots of explosive firepower on this roster. Outside for a ball. Just off the corner, 2-0. Virtually identical placement, all 3 pitches. A little bit of a top spin on that, but 3-0 count. And we get a strike. You could probably put 2 inches of separation between where all 4 pitches have landed. All right, that one's outside. So another walk for Canute. They'll have a runner on for the 3rd consecutive inning. Nice ball there, so leadoff strike. One after the ball. Foul ball, so we'll go back. Favorite count for the pitcher now, 1-2. That ball outside. Good job by the Rebel catcher keeping that from getting away from him. Otherwise, you're guaranteed stolen base. 2-2. All right, low runner does go. Pitch and throw is on its way. Looks like he is just in safe for a stolen base. And another missive out to center. That is going to score one, and we may have a RBI double, and we do. 3-0 lead for Canute. So their fourth hit of the day and second double. That ball hops in the dirt. In for a strike. Nice pitch. And back-to-back strikes. And strike three. Sends the run. Pitcher settling into a groove here. No immediate threat. Runner on second. 1 run scored on his RBI double. Foul ball. Another beautiful day here in Tusca, just outside of Atoka. Not your traditional tournament. There is no first, third, or fifth place. In many facets, it's a minimum of 2 games a team, maximum 3. Only 6 teams participating this year instead of the traditional 8. Shot to the shortstop. We will have a 4-3 ground out. And so your score is now Canute 3, Silo 0. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning with the Rebels up to bat. Those who follow our coverage on our Twitter handle, Prep Nation TV and OK Prep Nation, know that this year is a record potential setting year for Oklahoma baseball. On your all-time wins list, Coach Ed Collins from Latta is chasing legendary head coach Merle Bowen of Asher for the all-time winningest coach in Oklahoma history. In addition, he'll be setting a potential record for all 50 states, as Coach Bowen presently holds that record with 2,115 wins. Coach Collins got a win yesterday, moving him to 2,109. And right on his heels is Coach Billy Bowen from Silo. He is up to 2,084 victories. Notable coaches in the active list: Trey Booth from Red Oak. He is up to 1,457 wins. Coach Larry Turner from Owasso, 1,161. And then someone to watch this season to crack the top 10 will be Coach Ede Simon from Roth. He is up to 1,063. Putting him potentially 15 behind Bill Fisher of Sperry for number 10 all-time most wins in high school baseball. So as I said, it should be a record-setting year. A strikeout, so 10 batters up, 10 batters down. Impressive pitching performance for the Trojans here today. It should be noted that on the wins list that Coach Bowen is setting a pace that will shatter the record. He's got approximately 2,500 games, whereas Coach Collins has over 2,800, and his uncle Merle Bowen approximately about 2,500 as well. And to be able to put himself in that position that quickly with a startup school that hasn't been around for 40, 50, 60, 70 years is nothing short of amazing. I alluded to this yesterday in our coverage. Only 3 schools in Oklahoma history have ever had 18 state titles inside of 20 years. And another strikeout. 2 down. And those bragging rights go to Asher, who leads all schools in Oklahoma with 45 state titles. The Dale Pirates, who are presently number 2, and then the Silo Rebels, who are presently number 3. So powerhouses galore. And we may have our first hit in a hooks foul. That one would have been right up against the wall for Silo. And for those curious about who the top 10 coaches are for most wins in baseball, number 1, Merle Bowen, Asher. Number 2, Eddie Collins, Latta. Number 3, Billy Jack Bowen, Silo. Number 4, Darrell Scales, Loki Basickles. Number 5, Trey Booth, Red Oak. Number 6, Greg Druba from Binger Owning. Number 7, Randy Bowen from Kiowa. Number 8, Larry Turner, Owasso. Number 9, Roy Edwards, Verdon. And number 10, Bill Fisher from Sperry. Two to 3 strides off for a potential stolen base. This is about as far as I've seen him, and again immediately puts him right back over. Foul ball. That ball in the dirt, runner goes, and we're blocked by the home plate ump, so he's in safe. So first stolen base of the game for Silo. They are able to snap their 3 up, 3 down streak that, in essence, the first 10 batters were retired. So now they have a potential run here, moving second to third, another foul ball that goes over to the pitching dugout. Rebels are generally a team that overwhelm people with an offensive onslaught and just a relentless attack all 7 innings. lunging bloop shot to the shortstop. He will be able to get it for a 4-3 ground out. So the Rebels strand one and end up with one runner on. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Trojans up to bat. They lead Silo 3-0 in your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. Foul ball. Another super hard shot. And this one clears the park, so we have our first home run of the tournament. As I said yesterday, we had run score on the walk, single, double, triple, and a bunt. And then now we've had our first home run of the tournament. 4-0 lead for Trojan. Ooh, that was a hot potato. All right, so another walk for the Trojans. They continue to have success getting runners on. Wild throw will advance another runner, and in back-to-back-to-back innings, Trojans have a runner on second. That runner goes. Throw is going to be late. He'll be in safe, so back-to-back stolen bases for Canute. Another big old country boy up at the plate. I'd hate to be the parent that has to buy his groceries and clothes. Nice pitch, in for a strike, evens out the count. Tied up 2 apiece. Foul ball, so count remains 2 apiece. Somehow we got off a pitch, so that was a full count by correction, so another walk. Runners on the corners for Canute. I apologize. I thought we had a foul tip that made it 2-2, and instead there was a ball, then a foul tip. So Coach Bowen back up at the mound. We may be looking at a potential situational change here. Canute has played a murderer's row of competition this season thus far. They've played Loki Bicycles, the number 3 rated team in our Prep Nation rankings for week 2, Varnum, Roth, and Fort Cobb Broxton, in addition to Arapahoe Butler, and then now Silo. So there has been no rest for the weary, so that further explains the record of coming in a limited 2-2, 3-2 record that would be very deceiving. Varnum remains in Class B this year, with Visay moving over to A. And if there is a top 4 or 5 favorite teams in Class B, it would definitely be Red Oak, Roth, Lokiba Sickles, and Varnum right there with them. They really showed up and showed out at the Dale tournament last week. Both Varnum and Canute did exceptionally well. On paper, if you had told the average person that the Dell tournament would have Roth and Dale in it, everybody would have penciled that in for the championship game, and instead it was Varnum versus Canute. Silo will be completing tournament play today, and then schedule a couple of games against Hayworth and Calera, and then they'll be heading to the Springfield, Missouri tournament for their annual trek. And then back again, Turner Crowder, and then we will see them in Latta in 2 weeks for the tournament for the Panther Classic. Ball high. Silo needs an infielder to turn two or a tag off with a throw out, some combination. Because if this gets past infield, it is another score, and that is precisely what happens. RBI double. Runners advance second to third. 5-0 lead for Canute. They have had a 2 RBI double, an RBI double, an RBI double, and an RBI single. Very impressive hitting performance today for the Trojans. Looked to be a strike, but I've been wrong once or twice, as my wife has told me. Right on the hands. Foul ball over home plate. So back up over the dugout. Another foul ball and pop-up. This one is going to hook over to the first baseman. So it is an out infielder pop-up to the first base. I talked with Coach Gillette a couple of years ago about his talent-rich freshman and sophomore squad. A disappointing performance at state, but he and I had a conversation that this is a potential RBI double again, 6-0. So runners remain in effect, second and third, 6-0 lead. And he and I spoke about how disappointed they were, but at the same time, that they had a lot of opportunity. Unfortunately for spring, they never got a shot really to play much of the season because of it being canceled. So he has now got a loaded roster of juniors, primarily a lot of sophomores as well. So this team is built for a nice run for fall and spring back-to-back seasons. Inside. And what else can be said about Silo? And in fact, a bad season is finishing runner-up for the state tournament. They have been on a tear. All right, so back-to-back balls are called. Silo did get a couple of games in, I believe 6 in the spring before they had to cancel the season. Did lose 4 starters, but by and large, one of the deepest squads in the state. At least 30 potential players that can go out on any given day and play varsity ball. All right, pitch is up and high. So runners again on the corners for Canute. Our potential run rules in effect is 12 after 3, 8 after 4. I'm sorry, 10 after 4 and 8 after 5. Another fly out to first base. So we will head now to the top of the 5th. Your score, Canute 6, Silo 0. Your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. I'd like to give a major shout out to Coach Simon of Tuscan. Not only are they super hospitable here for us and welcome us for every game, personally meeting me and talking to me at just about every game I've ever seen him in, but the games on schedule here, let me tell you, I covered 435 games last year, and 80% of them, football, baseball, basketball, didn't matter what the combination is, 80% were behind schedule. And for the tournaments here at Tuscan Calera, well, they keep it calibrated. They're on top of the field, and almost every game gets started early or right on time. So major shout out to Coach Simon. Kids have a nice field to play on. It's conditioned. The chalk lines are good and straight. I've covered games, and I won't mention names, but I've covered games and seen tractors with disc plows tearing up dirt that had 6 to 12 inches deeps of ruts that kids have had to play in. So nice field, good conditions, nice tournament, and obviously some exceptionally good teams here showcasing the Silo Rebels, Canute Trojans, Calera Bulldogs, Tuscan Tigers, Rock Creek Mustangs, and then the Moss Tigers from Class B. Basic changes to this year's, district classifications. Class A reduced from 51 to 49 schools. Class B dropped from 51 to 50. Notable changes for the 2020 season in Class B. Agra and a strikeout. Agra comes in from Class A. Braggs is out. Calumet moves up to Class A. Calvin is out, as well as Chattanooga. Earlsboro moves up to A. Eric comes down from A. Indianola likewise from A. Lomega and Macomb, as well as Mason, are all in. Panola out for the season. Roth comes again down from Class A. Sentinel moves up to Class A, as well as Visay. And that is a recap of the major changes for Class B for 2020. For Class A, Agra goes to B. Calumet moves up from B, as well as Earlsboro. Eric Sweetwater is out on the co-op. Sweetwater out. Eric moves down to Class B. Haleyville stays. Pittsburgh out on their co-op. Indianola moves down to B. Riverside out for the season. Roth drops down to B. Sentinel comes up from B, as well as Visay. And then the co-op for Winnett Macomb. Macomb moves to B. Winnett out for the season. And that is a recap for the changes for Class A as well. So a walk for Silo, and they will have a runner on. Foul ball ricochets off the back net. I believe I've covered approximately 32, maybe 33 silo games, and I've yet to see them shut out, so this is exceptionally shocking. Pop up to the second baseman, who takes it in shallow center field. Runner remains on first for Silo. Inside for a ball. And there we go. If that stays fair, it is going to go all the way back to the wall. That is going to score a run, and we will have... they're going to hold him up. I misspoke. Sorry about that. So the Rebels have a stand-up double. Runners on second and third. And a potential batter up at the plate. With one out, it makes some sense to look at a sacrifice fly or a bunt opposite direction to first base. But it'll be interesting to see if Coach Bowen gives him the swing call or if he tries to load the pitch count to get the bases loaded. And he swings first pitch, so that answers that question. So fly out to center field, and the Rebels strand two. So we will head to the bottom of the fifth. Score remains Canute 6, Silo 0. Your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. And another double for Canute. Out of 7 hits, 5 doubles. And another shot right through the glove of the first baseman. Borderline error on the double, but that one was definite legit place. 8th hit of the day. Okay, so the Trojans have a potential 2 runners on to put this game into the official final standing if they can get them across home plate. Wicked change-up breaking ball there. Thing looked like it was going to come in at the head and ended up dipping right down. Beautiful pitch. Nice block by the Rebels catcher. He is going to throw. Ooh, boy, that was tight. So stolen base. Pitch high and inside. And a strike. All right, so we have a fly out to center field. That will score at least 1. So it tags up. Runner stays at first. And we have a 7-0 game. Canute needs 1 more run, and this will be a final. And it gets him to pop up shallow left field, and he runs up and grabs it. So, nice display of wheels there by the left fielder. All right, just off the plate and low. Virtually same exact spot, back-to-back pitches. This one just a little bit lower. Same pitch from earlier. Boy, he is mystifying the batters. He might want to use that one more often. Comes in high, drops straight into the plate. I mean, perfectly square. All right, so we'll have a fly out again to center field. So Silo staves off elimination. They will live to fight at least another inning, so we will head to the top of the 6th. Your score now, Canute 7, Silo 0, Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. So after 3 up, 3 downs the first 3 innings, and their first batter of the 4th retiring, Silo stranded 1 in the 4th and then 2 in the 5th on 2nd and 3rd base, though. Oh boy, that was low. I usually don't say a horrible call, but that was horrible. That was below his shins, close to his ankles. Same exact spot, that one a ball though. Go figure. Inside for ball 3. Foul ball. By my math, it is a full count. Another foul ball. So batter and pitcher battling here in the top of the 6th. Could it be? Could it be? Nope. A fly out to right field. So the Webb Gym no-hitter continues for the Trojans. Perfect game went out with a walk in the 4th inning, but he's still got his no-hitter intact. That's a runner on for the Rebels, 3rd straight inning. Right, so Rebels still second, back-to-back innings now that they've had a runner on second base. And a strike on the right corner. Hard shot to left field over the head and all the way up to the wall, so that will stop the no-hitter. And the Rebels are on the board, 7-1 runner at second. So that got the Rebel crowd up and roaring. Well, I should probably say Rebel yelling.
Let's go, East. Keep going now. Make it a hit right here.
Chopper to the shortstop. So we have a 6-3 ground out, in effect a sack. to move the runner from second to third. Ball low. Foul ball. Another foul ball. All right, so pitch count back to favoring the pitcher. Rebels had runners on second and third in the fifth. They've got them now across plate and back at third here in the sixth. And that is going to be able to at least get him across home, but we'll see if the throw out negates it, and it does. So back-to-back 6-3 ground outs. And we have a 7-1 game heading to the bottom of the sixth. Big shot to left field. And it's going to be another double for the Trojans. Looks like he beat it out. So nice hustle there because the throw is on point. Tenth hit of the game for the Trojans. All right, so coach will hold them up. So it is now bases loaded. All right, so we've got a bat just being picked up on the swing there. First, I thought we might be having a substitution batter, but okay. So bases loaded for the Trojans. First time this game. They need 2 runs to win. Inside for a ball. In for the strike. All right, chopper to the second base. That'll do it. And we will have a final score, 9-1. Canute has upset number 1 rated Silo. So the first game of the day, which is game 4 of the tournament, showcases the Canute Trojans in an upset victory over the Silo Rebels. Final score, 9-1. Next